three, okay? And I'm going to call it for you, okay? Okay? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. We're going to look at how AI is streamlining customer service, how it is optimizing managed services, and then my favorite part, how it is supercharging your marketing. Now, they may not have starring roles in the summer blockbuster, but they're going to be a star in your business. And Paula can attest to that because she's seen my office over Zoom, and it's full of like Captain America shields and all kinds of other nerd stuff. And then they go away, and then they appear right when you need something again. Okay? And so when you need support, they can answer a question, or they can direct you to that human that's going to be able to give you more support. You free up your support team to handle those more complex tasks. Those things that are like, oh my gosh, Tony sent me a virus and he sent it to the entire company. How do we deal with that? So it frees them up from the turn it off and on again questions to that. So instead of waiting to do damage control, they're preemptively first striking and helping protect your net. What it does is it takes information that you provide and it learns from that information, and it creates the ads for the people viewing the ads. Ads are created dynamically on the fly for people who are viewing those ads. What's going to be relevant to that end user? What's going to be relevant to that person who wants to buy something? I'm talking about, buying spaghetti in my living room, and my Google Nest is listening to me saying, hey, he's thinking about buying some spaghetti. I bet he'd like some Twinkies after that. So it's not just advertising spaghetti to me. It's thinking about the behaviors, what's going on. I'm going to serve him ads for Twinkies, and these ads for Twinkies are going to be at the end of an Italian dinner. So that's a pretty absurd analogy, but it knows what we're doing and what kind of things that we're interested in. Now, sometimes it still has some trouble figuring out when we've already purchased something. I bought some snorkeling gear a couple of weeks ago off of Amazon, and it's still advertising snorkeling gear to me. I'm like, I already bought this. I'm good. But so it's still got a ways to go. But that's where the performance analytics comes into play with AI. Because AI is constantly not only, bidding in real time to make sure that your bids are the best optimized bids you can get on your ads. It's not only creating dynamic content for people viewing it. It's not only serving up the right content to people, but it's learning from that constantly and constantly adapting and evolving and making sure that you're getting the best ads. Not just that one ad performs the best way it can, but which platform that you're on is performing the best, and it optimizes that platform more than the other.
I don't have any Blade Runner.
That's Rachel from Blade Runner. Has nothing to do with the rest of my presentation. I just want to see it. So, AI-powered chatbots that humanize customer interactions, to manage services that work tirelessly behind the scenes, and finally, marketing tools that are, quite frankly, a marketer's dream come true. She assists me in drafting content, setting appointments. She even helped write this presentation. But ultimately, it was my decisions and strategy that made the presentation. And I'm going to give you a good example of this. So Grace can write an entire screenplay in the style of Steven Spielberg. But she doesn't know what makes Jaws a great film and why Birdemic Shock and Terror is such a stinkfest. And if you've never seen Birdemic Shock and Terror, and you're in the mood for some really, really awful, laughably awful cinema, I would recommend you look that up. It's one of my favorite horrible movies. And so, yes, we've got a lot of content being thrown at us. But what we don't have is enough valuable, unique information that can actually help us get better.